Under the compelling theme, Contemporary Issues in Transportation, I'm filled with immense pride at how far our research community has evolved since our inaugural conference. 4 years ago, when we first convened Tomrg, we envisioned creating dynamic platform where academic rigor meets practical solution to Nigerian transportation challenges. Today, as I look across these sites that is filled with brilliant minds from academia, industry, and from governmental angle, I can confidentially say that the vision has not only been realized, but has exceeded our boldest expectation. The theme we have for this year's conference could not be more timely or relevant. transportation system worldwide are experiencing unprecedented transformation. From the rapid adoption of electric and autonomous vehicles to integration of artificial intelligence in traffic management. From sustainable urban mobility solution to post-pandemic reimagining of public transit system. Our sector at the crossroad of innovation and necessity. Here in Nigeria, the global trend intersects with unique local challenges and opportunities. We are witnessing the emergence of ride-sharing platforms, transforming urban mobility, the gradual introduction of BRT system in major cities, and innovative approaches to addressing our infrastructural gap. Yet, we also grapple with persistent issues of road safety, traffic congestion, inadequate public transportation, and the need for sustainable transport policy that can drive our economic development. This conference serves as our collective response to these challenges. Over the next section, we will engage our cutting-edge research that addresses everything from smart cities transportation solution to rural mobility innovation, from freight logistics optimization to environmental sustainability in transport system. Our presenters today represent the very best of Nigerian transportation research, supported by international perspective that will enrich our discussion. I want to specially appreciate our keynote address speakers, whose expertise span both theoretical framework and practical implementation. To our paper presenter, thank you for your rigorous research contribution that form the backbone of today's program. To our industry partners and government representatives, your participation bridged the crucial gap between research and real-world application. To our students and emerging researchers present today, you represent the future of transportation innovation in Nigeria. I encourage you to engage actively, ask probing questions, and forge connections that will shape your academic and professional journeys. As we embark on today's intellectual journey, let us remember that every discussion we have, every insight we share, every collaboration we forge has the potential to contribute to more efficient, sustainable, and equitable transportation system for our community and our nation. The challenges facing contemporary transportation are complex and multifaceted, but so too is the collective expertise represented in this platform. Together, we possess the knowledge, creativity, and determination needed to drive meaningful progress in our field. I now declare the 4th Tomrg conference officially open. Let us make this day one of the productive discourse, innovative thinking, and meaningful partnership that will drive our transportation sector forward. Thank you and welcome to the promises to be, to what promises to be an outstanding conference. Thank you for listening. God bless you. Another item on our agenda or the program outline is the welcome address by the chairman of today's program, in person of Professor R.O. Rom Kalilu, the Vice Chancellor of Lautech Akintola University of Technology.
Chancellor's opening speech delivered at the 4th Conference of Lautech Transport Operations Management Research Group, Tomrg, on November 26, 2025 at the Hall, Lautech. Theme: Contemporary Issues in Transportation. Protocol: distinguished guests, esteemed colleagues, respected researchers, dear students, ladies and gentlemen. Opening remarks. It is with immense pleasure and pride that I welcome you all to this hallowed hall of learning for the 4th Conference of the Lautech Akintola University of Technology Transport Operations Management Research Group. Today marks another milestone in our university's commitment to advancing knowledge and addressing the critical challenges facing our transportation systems in the 21st century. As we gather under the theme Contemporary Issues in Transportation, we acknowledge that we are living in an era of unprecedented transformation in how people and goods move across our communities, nations, and the globe. The transportation sector stands at the crossroads of technological innovation, environmental sustainability, and socio-economic development. Relevance of the conference theme. Transportation is the lifeblood of any thriving economy. In Nigeria, and indeed across Africa, we face unique challenges that demand innovative solutions rooted in rigorous research and practical implementation. From the bustling streets of Lagos to the rural pathways of our hinterlands, from the congested ports of our coastal cities to the emerging smart cities of tomorrow, transportation issues touch every aspect of our daily lives. Contemporary issues in transportation extend far beyond the traditional concerns of traffic management and infrastructure development. Today, we grapple with the integration of artificial intelligence in traffic systems, the adoption of electric and autonomous vehicles, optimization of supply chain logistics in a post-pandemic world, and the urgent need to develop sustainable transportation solutions that align with global climate goals. Lautech's commitment to transportation research. Since its establishment, our Transport Operations Management Research Group has consistently demonstrated excellence in addressing real-world transportation challenges through cutting-edge research. Faculty and students have contributed significantly to understanding traffic flow dynamics, urban transportation planning, logistics optimization, and sustainable mobility solutions. This conference represents the culmination of months of dedicated research, analysis, and collaboration. It provides a platform for the exchange of ideas between academia, industry practitioners, policymakers, and technology innovators. Such collaboration is essential if we are to develop transportation solutions that are not only theoretically sound but also practically viable and culturally appropriate for our African context. Contemporary challenges and opportunities. As we embark on the presentations and discussions over the next few days, I encourage you to consider several critical contemporary issues. First, the digital transformation of transportation systems. How can we leverage big data, machine learning, and the Internet of Things to create smarter, more efficient transportation networks that serve our growing populations? Second, sustainable and green transportation. Climate change posing an existential threat to our planet, how can we transition to cleaner transportation modes while ensuring accessibility and affordability for all segments of society? Third, urban mobility and congestion management. As our cities continue to expand, how can we develop integrated transportation systems that reduce congestion, improve air quality, and enhance the quality of life for urban dwellers? Fourth, Transportation equity and inclusion. How can we ensure that transportation innovations do not exacerbate existing inequalities but instead create opportunities for all members of society to access economic, social, and educational opportunities? Fifth, the future of logistics and supply chain management. In an increasingly interconnected world, how can we optimize the movement of goods to support trade, commerce, and economic development while minimizing environmental impact? Role of research in shaping policy. Universities like Lautech have a crucial role to play in bridging the gap between theoretical research and practical policy implementation. The insights generated from this conference should not remain confined to academic journals but should inform government policies, influence industry practices, contribute to the development of transportation systems that truly serve the needs of our people. I encourage our researchers to think beyond the immediate technical challenges and consider the broader socio-economic implications of their work. How can transportation improvements contribute to poverty reduction, gender equality, and sustainable development? How can we ensure that the benefits of transportation innovation reach both urban centers and rural communities? Innovation and collaboration. Future of transportation lies in interdisciplinary collaboration. The challenges we face require expertise from engineering, economics, environmental science, urban planning, information technology, and social sciences. This conference brings together diverse perspectives, and I encourage all participants to engage actively in cross-disciplinary dialogue. Innovation in transportation also requires partnership between academia, industry, and government. Call upon our industry partners to share their real-world experiences and challenges, enabling our researchers to focus their efforts on problems that matter most. Similarly, I encourage policymakers to engage with the research community to ensure that evidence-based decision-making guides transportation policy development. Looking to the future. As we look toward the future of transportation in Nigeria and Africa, we must be ambitious in our vision while remaining grounded in practical realities. We must embrace emerging technologies while ensuring they are adapted to our local conditions and needs. We must pursue economic efficiency while prioritizing environmental sustainability and social equity. Research presented at this conference will contribute to shaping that future. Each paper, each presentation, each discussion contributes to the growing body of knowledge that will guide transportation development in our region for years to come. Acknowledgements. I would like to express my sincere appreciation to the organizing committee of Tomrg for their dedication in putting together this important conference. Your efforts in coordinating this event, securing distinguished speakers, and creating an environment conducive to meaningful academic exchange are commendable. I also thank all the researchers, both from within our university and from other institutions, who have contributed their time, expertise, and resources to make this conference a success. Your commitment to advancing knowledge in transportation management is truly inspiring. Our industry partners and government representatives, thank you for your continued support of our research endeavors and for recognizing the value of academic-industry collaboration. Call to action. As we commence this conference, I challenge each participant to think beyond conventional boundaries. Ask difficult questions, propose innovative solutions, and consider how your research can contribute to building better transportation systems for all. Let us use these next few days to not only share our current research but also to identify new areas of collaboration, establish networks that will endure beyond this conference, and commit ourselves to research that makes a real difference in the lives of people across our continent. Closing. In conclusion, I declare the 4th Conference of Lautech Transport Operations Management Research Group officially open. May the discussions be fruitful, may the collaborations be lasting, and may the outcomes contribute significantly to advancing transportation systems that serve humanity and protect our planet. I wish you all a successful and productive conference. Thank you. Professor R. Oramkalila, Vice Chancellor, Lautech Akintola University of Technology, November 20.
on the mic.
Thank you very much. The citation of keynote address speaker, Professor Charles Aseneme, former Dean, School of Transport and Logistics, Lagos State University, Ojo, Lagos. Citation.
Profile of Prof. Charles Aseneme, Bachelors of Science, Master of Science, Ph.D., PSILT, Fins TA, FNIS. Professor Charles Aseneme is an expert in transport and mobility. He attended the University of Calabar, where he obtained his first degree in Geography and Regional Planning. He also earned his M.Sc. Geography distinction, with a focus on transport, and his PhD in Transport Geography from the University of Lagos, where his PhD thesis was nominated for an award for the best PhD thesis. Thesis in the Department of Geography, University of Lagos, 2008/2009, by the Postgraduate School for the National University's Doctoral Thesis Scheme, NATAS, 2009. He is a Fellow of the Chartered Institute of Transport Administration, CITA, a Fellow of the Chartered Institute of Transport and Logistics, CILT, a Fellow of the Nigeria Institute of Shipping, NIS, a Fellow Freight Forwarders Academy of Nigeria, FFAN. He is the immediate past Dean of the School of Transport and Logistics at Lagos State University, OHO. Also, he is the chairman of the Nigerian University's Transport Study Group and a member of the Nigerian Logistics Group in partnership with the Cunny Foundation of Switzerland. He is also a member of the International Network of Transport and Accessibility for Low-Income Communities, INTALNC, with an operational base at the University of Leeds, UK. The network has more than 30 universities and organizations affiliated with it globally. Professor Aseneme has been involved in the work of the network in Leeds, Uganda, Kenya, Nigeria, Ghana, and Bangladesh, among others. He has conducted a study on transport and mobilities. Meeting the needs of informal settlements and slum dwellers in Nigeria, 21 to 22 in transport and social exclusion in 5 African cities. Edited by International Network for Transport and Accessibility in Low-Income Communities, INTALNC, United Kingdom. Professor Aseneme is widely published both in local and international journals and has conducted studies for the Volvo Research and Educational Foundation of Sweden, including transport issues in Nigeria, 2019, and comparative study of e-hailing business models in Nigeria, Nairobi, and South Africa. Also, an ongoing study examines the quadruple governance system and its effect on Apapa traffic. He is a recipient of the Tate Fund.
So, gentlemen and ladies, the next item on this agenda is the presentation of our keynote address speaker, Professor Charles Aseneme, former Dean, School of Transport and Logistics, Lagos State University, Ojo, Lagos. Over to you, sir, Professor Charles Aseneme, for your presentation. Thank you very much, sir.
Public transport. To expand public transport with special attention. Let me come in that at this time. To expand public transport with special attention to the needs of those in vulnerable situations. Women, children, persons with disabilities, and other persons. If you can see my guess. So the target for this one, the target we're trying to get here is target 11.7 of the SDG, which says 330 to provide universal access to safe, inclusive, and accessible green and and public spaces, in particular for women and children and older persons with disability. That's what we advocating. So the next slide. The next one we'll talk about the reduction in the cost of the alternative energy. The concept is to have adequate transport services which should be enjoyed by all classes of Nigerians at a reasonable cost. The action proposed was in utilization of alternative energy such as electric vehicles, compressed natural gas, and refined natural gas. And the benefits of this particular one, a reduction in energy costs will improve mobility of freight and people, reduce cost of doing business, improve lifestyle, improve corporate and individual productivity, improve environmental ambience. That's for this particular one. Then the other aspects of it, we look at transportation infrastructure. You know, for a while we've been having problems with the transport infrastructure because we've not paid so much attention to it. The government has done several studies in the MITI report, the Nigerian Transport Survey. We have all this, but most times we see transport infrastructure projects being developed just out of the blues. The concept of transport infrastructure is the available transport infrastructure should meet the needs of all travelers for access to the market, place of employment, and to basic social services. So the action to be taken concerning this particular one is to have a connected rail network to link urban and rural areas, because most times we talk about rural transport, people think just to bring food to the urban area, that is rural transport. So they just bring it to the urban area. Rural transport goes far beyond that. So we want a rail system that can link urban and rural areas so that the issue of condition in urban areas becomes transport problem, people will be reduced necessarily. Who can live in central urban areas and come to work in big urban areas. Therefore, on roads, look at electric vehicles, smart roads for autonomous cars, smart traffic signals. I just came back from a trip recently in Albania with the supporting. And we thought the effort they made to ensure that everybody is included. The roads you have well laid out walkways whereby people can easily walk, and prevent bicycles and scooters and it also. So something is still needed here, except in road. There's no point. I have some pictures of roads. I went from the last week sharing road. The walkways are not there. Rather, they put the street light is put in center of the walkway. So people aims to transport itself. Like to have the walkway. They don't adjust this. That's something to see because it is special. They do not really because small boats cannot use them because the time is low, the boats start to pitch because they are not using the jets. The jets are too high and they are doing concrete. They will cut the seaport. We have seen that our cargo being detained or being retained at the port for a long time because of using this manual system to clear ports. But we've automated the cargo clearing system and other things that can help shipping. You find that the essence of having cargo stay at the port for a long time will reduce. And when it reduces, the cost of bringing them out will reduce and cost of goods will come down. Therefore, the airports, the new concept is electropolis. If you go to a place like Cape Town, Stellenbosch especially, you will see this electropolis being laid out, whereby everything revolves around the airport. There in Electropolis, the new cities with an integrated structure where the airport acts as a CBD, providing various services such as logistics, hospitality, retail, and conferencing. Even right there, transport infrastructure, the concept of that is to have available transport infrastructure to meet the needs of all travelers for access to markets, places, and improvement and basic social services. The action we should take for real is to have a well-connected rail network to link urban and rural, so that if I live in a place like Ikene, I live in Sagam, anywhere I live, I can also have access to the rail, and so that if I can live there and come to work in Lagos. Therefore, we can save energy by having electric vehicles, smart road for autonomous cars. We can also have smart traffic signals. There are times you see people, the road will be free, but because the traffic signal is calibrated with the default setting, the road will be free, but yet people cannot go. So we need smart traffic signals that can use laser to keep cars on the road. Therefore, many jetties cannot be used because they are too high due to the tidal effect of water. If the boats are not big enough, they cannot use the jetties. And then sometimes if the tide is low, the boats can run aground. The small boats cannot use it. So we need floating jetties to take care of this kind of natural thing. And for seaports, we have heard about cargo staying at the port for weeks and for months not being cleared. But with automated cargo clearing system, a satellite guidance system for ships, we can easily have our goods cleared within 3 days. I've heard that the port of Hamburg is just about 3 hours to clear a good. If we can't get 3 hours, at least we can get 2 or 3 days, have cargo cleared from the ports. Therefore, Electropolis, new cities with an integrated structure, where the airports act as the CBD, providing various services such as logistics and hospitality, retail and profession. I saw a similar thing in Stellenbosch in Cape Town, where the airport there act as the main hub. Everything is located around the airport, so that if you pick apples, Mars has a very big warehouse where apples get another goods are taken out of the country through air. So the Electropolis is a good thing. We're beginning to see a little bit of it around the Kenya right now, whereby many of the businesses now depend on the airport. As you come out from the airport, you check into a hotel and other chain that continue to be system. So the next slide, please. Are you still with me? Yes. All right, the next slide. So we look at the active mobility as part of the contemporary issues in transportation. Many people now, with active mobility, we're talking about cycling, walking, even though with wheelchair, they can actually move around so that they are not geographically limited. Because once somebody is geographically limited, it leads to poverty. So the action we can take as a country, as a people, is integrating the NMT, non-motorized transport infrastructure in safety planning, making laws to enforce the right of way of non-motorized transport. There are times if we put a circle way, we're trying to do that with the battle of this end. We put a circle way right now, we find that in the next few minutes, we find their vehicles there, or the alternative to market. We will try at the time to look at who are those who contribute to congestion in the cities, both male and female. The bus conductors, the bus drivers park their vehicles on the road to carry passengers. The women sell their wares on the road. At the end of the day, the non-motorized transport right of way is taken. We don't even have it for now. So the benefit of having active mobility is healthy living. You walk, a cleaner environment, improve access to key social areas for the low income, improve city visual aesthetics, promotes bonding through making new friends, then reduce cost of transport, of the transit and living, so that people can walk, they can see each other and know where in the city. The next slide. All right, for safety and security, the concept of safety, all reasonable standards are put in place to prevent accidents and minimize the number of potential victims attacked on the highways and the destruction of property. Right now, one of the biggest challenges we have concerning safety and security is banditry and accidents. I was talking to some students today. The standard that was given to tanker drivers to build a tanker is 3,000 liters. But we have tankers that are 60,000 liters being dragged by old trucks. So those trucks are commissioned a long time ago in the country where they are imported for. But yet they are still being used here. In the need to climb those hills, they fall back and kill people. And sometimes they spill their things on the road and people go there to scoop fuel. It happened again. And I told them that another one will still happen because people don't think to learn their lessons very fast. So the action to be taken is to strengthen of the vehicle inspection services, VIS, people, so that ensure that every vehicle on the road is sound. Also, strengthen the Federal Road Safety Commission, strengthening the National Inland Waterway to improve safety on our inland waterway transportation. continuous training of drivers and boat operators, highway surveillance cameras, drone surveillance in inland waterway. Since we have the highway police, we can have the equivalent of that using drone on our creeks and inland waterways. We return highway patrol, those who to the newer rescue response team. Newer should not be centralized. Every state should have an office which they do, but they should be equipped so that they can be able to do the work. They return travelers should say their trip with trusted people. Reactivate the pipelines. We know that one of the biggest problems we have, the challenge we have right now, concerning these tankers falling on the road, because the pipelines have been deliberately decommissioned. Before we have the pipelines to push us to depot. Moisini is there, Jeba is there, places like Niger and different places where you have depot, even up to Maiduguri and Kaduna. But right now, all those depots are dead because the pipeline don't feed them with stock. And the problem is what we are seeing right now. Tankers holding 60,000 liters of fuel from Lagos to Maiduguri, a distance of about 1,200 kilometers. What happens to the driver? Fatigue will set in, and the man slips up and everything goes and people die. So we need to go back to the pipeline distribution system. Even though we are still importing fuel, we can import and pipe it through the pipes. We have at the Jibo pipeline. We have at different places that the pipelines can go. The depot are still they all need to reactivate them. They will pay the pipelines and not work. They are there, they can work. So that is part of the action to be taken. Therefore, the benefit of such action, the benefits, the next slide. So it will reduce inequality. It will reduce inequality stimulated by geographic poverty. If you cannot move easily, you can become poor. Which will improve educational integration, reduce the cost of spend on crashes, improve the economy and reduce the poverty. Reduction in the sale of petroleum products too will reduce. So let's go to the next slide. To look at the informality and freight mobility. The concept is to provide the rolling stock and infrastructure that will make the carriage of goods and passenger services in the way. Are you hear anything? Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
We can hear you.
Yes, sir. You can hear me?
We can hear you.
We can hear you. The concept is to. Alright, I can. Okay, the concept is to provide rolling stock and infrastructure that will make the carriage of goods and passenger services in a way to ensure that resources are efficiently to achieve a sustainable gain. The actions that I propose that we should take, that Nigeria Automotive Council should manufacture cheap vehicles that will reduce informality in freight and passenger carriage. You can see the picture you see there by the right is the jetty at Liverpool. You can see how disorganized it is because of informality. People don't care how they move. Then you see the vehicle under it. It's a Volvo vehicle, Volvo used to carry food. So the benefits are enormous. Look at the benefits. It will improve inclusivity. It will improve small-scale last-mile freight delivery. It will cascade. The benefit will help the GDP to grow. Then we'll go to reaching the unreached. In case of drone-assisted essential drug distribution to rural and difficult terrains. That's the next slide. The concept is to ensure that every reasonable and possible effort are made to reach people in difficult rural and disadvantaged communities. With essential drugs and vaccines to improve healthcare. Right now, the deployment of they're using drones. There's a company in conjunction with the Kaduna State government called Zipline. They are doing that, and Kaduna is the first state that has used drones to distribute drugs to rural areas using this company called Zipline. We're experts in such. So we can use it to, with other states like Portugal and Bayelsa have joined the same thing. So like with all this insurgency and banditry everywhere, rather to start the primary health centers of drugs, drones can drop these things and people can get their drugs easily and cheaply. Then the benefits will make medicine always available at the primary health center. If you look at the picture on the right, these are a desert area. Then one below is the alcohol difficult area because it's difficult to get drugs there. It will improve the community health, reduce mortality, improve the inclusivity, then it also reduce the stockouts and wastage. Wastages to be reduced. So these are some of the things I have for us today, and And I thank everybody very well for listening to me. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Charles Azinemen, our distinguished speaker. We sincerely appreciate your contribution, your submissions, and we believe people, our audience, must have greatly learned from your presentation. It is on this note that we are going to proceed to the goodwill message from one of us, Dr. Ibrahim Fosin Adegoke, for his goodwill message. Dr. Ibrahim, are you there? Dr. Ibrahim, your goodwill message, please.
Yes.
We can hear you.
All right. First of all, let me appreciate and then appreciate my boss, my Professor Charles, sending our team for this insightful presentation. As always, whenever you listen to Prof, you will learn something new. So thank you so much for adding to our knowledge and for exposing us to some contemporary issues in transportation in Nigeria. Thank you. So I also appreciate my other boss, my major boss, and my mentor, Professor Emi, for this wonderful gathering, because this is just like a training ground and a gathering for knowledge sharing, and we believe that this will continue and more people will benefit and join it. So, looking at today's our main topic, main theme of today, which is on contemporary issue in transportation. I think we all know that transportation system in Nigeria as a whole is facing rapid urbanization, and also we have rising electricity costs and unsafe roads and weak public transport framework. And this has put pressure on our entire transport system. Despite all these challenges, we still have so many opportunities available to gain from all these transport systems. So here today, we are not just here to talk about the problem alone. We all know the problem. Like what my Professor Senina said, whenever you see problem, don't just talk about problem. You need to come up with solution. That's why you can see in his presentation, after giving us all the challenges, he also provide action plan, what we need to do in order to move the transportation system forward. So here today, we also I also implore us to look in that direction, to align our research, to align our finding with policies, and then what can we do to improve our transportation system. So we can see the surge in our e-commerce. You can see some development of new corridor, so that Lagos Calabar Coastal Road, and so on and so forth. And these are the things that we really need to talk about when we talk about contemporary issues and how we can use them to improve our economy as a whole. So generally, we need to think on how do we modernize our transportation system in such a way that it will benefit all of us, and how do we modernize it in order to incorporate what we call multimodal transport system. We really need to look at transportation system as a system, not fragmented system. That is the best way we can learn, and we can also get the benefits of the entire transportation system. So, in line of in view of this, I'm confident that whatever we discuss here today, we will share the idea we share here today to really push our transportation system forward and also bring about solutions to our transport system. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to say.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ibrahim Fosin Adegoke. On behalf of Tomrg Lautech, Dr. Alarikoye, can you hear me now, sir? We sincerely appreciate you for joining us. Dr. Ajiboye from Footmina. Thank you very much. We appreciate you. I'm telling our people that we have so far we have 20 participants on board, as can be, as displayed on the screen here. At the same time, we have 8 presenters that will quickly give us their presentation under 10 minutes, and comments or corrections or pieces of advice will be for 5 minutes. So, and we are starting the first presenter. Where do we start? Mogbojuri, are you ready for your paper? Dr. Mogbojuri Olubenga, are you ready? If Mogbojuri is not ready, Dr. Mogbojuri, thank you for coming on. Is that Olubenga Mogbojuri? Dr. Badegeshi Adeolu, are you ready for your presentation? Okay, let's have you 10 minutes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
My name is to be presenting a paper titled Assessment of Urban Road Characteristics and Logistic Operations in Ogbomoso, Oyo State, Nigeria. This paper is authored by Badiklesh Emmanuel, Ojo, Jonathan, Olani, as well as Yusuf. Logistics is a very vital key in the economy of every nation, including Nigeria. Most especially for businesses that want to deliver a last mile delivery and door-to-door delivery in order to ensure that the right goods get to the right customer and effectively. However, one of the means of making this possible is through motorcycle, which are getting rampant over the years, but they are effective way to maneuver every congested area in most urban cities. So this study focuses on how road conditions affect motorcycle logistics in one of the cities in Oyo State, which is an urban city. Most of the Nigerian roads are characterized with different obstructions which slow down logistic delivery and making the cost to be more high than expected. These conditions reduce accessibility, increase delay, and limit the number of daily deliveries. However, most of the existing studies that have been carried out on this particular area have overlooked the rider level experience and specific route attributes. Therefore, this study will focus on bridging this identified gap in Ogbomoso, Oyo State. The objective of this study is to assess how road characteristics affect motorcycle logistics operation in Ogbomoso. This study is anchored on one theory, which is transport system theory.
This study views transportations as one system which have various subsystems which include infrastructure. The study was carried out in Ogbomoso, Oyo State, and the research design includes the use of quantitative survey. In carrying out this study, 120 motorcycle logistic riders were sampled in Ogbomoso, and the criteria for sampling this rider was that they must deliver at least 5 times per week in order to be included in the study. And data were sourced through parent source, which include the interview and administrations of questionnaire, which capture all variables that are needed for this study. And the variable include, the dependent variable is delivery performance, the number of counts of delivery that the motorcycle were able to make in a week, while the independent variable includes the road service conditions of the town, the truck obstruction points, and the accident prone spots around the town, and the roads that were damaged by erosion, and the accessibility of the road itself. And the study, the data were analyzed using multiple regression analysis. The findings of the study shows that the independent variable have a total percentage of 66 variance in the dependent variable, which means that they predicted about 65% of the dependent variable, which is delivery performance of the motorcycle. The ANOVA result of the model shows that the overall model is significant at 0.05 level of significance, which shows that the independent variable can significantly predict the dependent variable. And looking at the individual contributions of the variables, the study shows that the road surface condition is significant in contributing to the delivery. Truck obstruction points is significant with significant values, with peak values of 0.03, which is less than 0.05, and also accident prone spots, which are common majorly around truncated roads within the town, and also erosion damage sections, which are the winter road within the town. Is also significant with 0.01 peak value, which is less than 0.05 significant level, and also the route accessibility is also significant in contributing to inefficient delivery by the motorcycle. In brief, the study, the key findings shows that road characteristics significantly influence delivery performance, with the model explaining 66% of the variation. Also, accessible routes improve delivery speed and also increase the number of completed delivery by the sampled motorcycle. Also, truck obstruction, which is common in the town, the accident-prone spots, which include the Taki, Seminary, and Co, and the erosion damage road, which are inter-roads, which one of the examples along the area, also reduce the delivery performance, and they all shows negative significant effect. The study concluded that road characteristics in Ogbomoso strongly shapes the delivery efficiency of motorcycle logistics activities in the town, and also accessibility and well-managed routes improve speed and increase daily delivery counts of these sampled motorcycle deliveries. And also erosion damage, potholes, accident prone like Taki and Co, and truck obstruction, because Ogbomoso is a town that bordered one of the towns that border the southwest and the north. So there are a lot of trucks that pass the road daily. This also affects the delivery of the logistics. Also, the main problem limiting, because you discovered that the main problem limiting logistics efficiency is simply infrastructure, not rider behavior. and therefore, based on that, it is recommended there should be a rehabilitations of damaged roads, which include that of Turkey and Co, and also implementations of regular drainage cleaning in order to control the erosions, and also to improve the safety and mobility by managing roadside traders and removing any abandoned truck along the road in order to ease the roadway. Also, the union should support the rider, training them on the plan and on how to maneuver their way better on road network maneuvering, and also in order to get more efficient use of the road. Other studies are to work on the use of GPS based tracking for delivery routes in order to provide objective data on deliveries and speed variations and interload of samples. And also we should work on comparing multiple towns
So it's ready that to present.
in order to determine if there is similar problems in various towns than just working on only one town. Thank you for listening.
Dr. Badigeshi Emmanuel Adeolu, thank you for the fantastic presentation. Comments? Let us constructively make critique of the presentation in a way that it will add value to it, and at the same time we'll be able to publish it in the proceeding of this conference and possibly the second edition of the Journal of Transport Operations Management, Lautech. So please, thank you. Thank you, Dr. Gegelesho.
Because I think you mentioned about logistics drivers or riders understanding the rule of the road and how to maneuver the road, which is on road safety. So they can actually have education and teaching on the road management and usage. I think it will also be an effective way to actually cover the operation. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Education.
Yeah, thank you. That there should be proper, timely orientation or reorientation, training, guideline, educational approaches that will enhance the operations of these riders in Ogbomoso. That's another task ahead of us anyway. Other comments, please. Comments? In the absence of further comments, Rapporteur, please take note of this. And the presenter, Dr. Badigeshi, please, I want you to take judicial note of that, so that by the time we are working, as we are moving on, we'll be able to look into this aspect as well. So on this note, I want to call on the second presenter because of our time. Second presenter that is ready, Mr. Remi Ajiboye and Adebayo Adebosin. Are you ready? Adebosin. They are not ready. Ogbojuri Olugbenga. Are people ready? Akintola Kabiru Akinwumi. and Amao Hakim. Akintola Kabiru Akinwumi and Amao Hakim Opeyemi. Are you ready for your presentation? If not, Balogun Yekin Idowu. Are you ready for your presentation? We don't have ample of time, please. Let us do this in on time because we have a inaugural lecture tomorrow, and the inaugural lecture is from my faculty. Oluwagbenga is ready. Oluwagbenga.
Yes, I'm ready, sir.
Thank you. Over to you, please. Thank you for your make your presentation now. Hello. Okay. Okay.
Good afternoon, sir. My name is Dr. Tomrg. I'm here to present the paper
I can't.
titled Assessment of Transportation Safety and Security for Inland Waterways in Ondo State, Nigeria. Transportation has to look at the economy and advancement of the nation. Its impact cannot be emphasized, not only on the economy and social activity, but its role in spatial organization. So, transport has been able to contribute significantly to the gross domestic product of the nation. However, Nigeria is a coastal nation with a coastline of 420 nautical miles, the ocean and navigable inland waterways of about 1,000 kilometers. The coastline stretches from the western borders with the Republic of Benin to the eastern borders with the Republic of Cameroon. However, the shipping industry, precisely our coastal and inland waterways, is negatively impacted by the nature of sea walking and various accidents which are harmful to the economic prosperity of our beloved nation or country, or any country that is accessible by water. According to IMO, there were 72 attacks on ship at sea between the Ivory Coast and the Cameroon, according to IMO report 2020. In 2019, we have 121 crew members who are ordered from West Africa to pick up from 78 in 2018. According to in 2024, the number of crew members appointed and taken postage rose from 2 to 14 in 2022 and 2023. These stated this research and become experienced in examining the safety and security of the Nigerian inland waterways in Ondo State. The literature review will look at inland waterways in Nigeria. Looking at the security of inland waterways in Nigeria, there is a concept called the maritime domain. About areas that are watered by sea, where we have our internal water, which is of 10 nautical miles. Then we have our territorial sea, 12 nautical miles. We have our immediate economic exposure, 200 nautical miles. So we are looking at what happens and activities that take place in Nigerian sea. So we are looking at MD, maritime domain awareness. When you're talking about maritime domain, we are talking about equipment that we use in surveillance and in protecting Nigerian waters. So this MDA concept came into existence when there was a trade war in USA, which Nigeria also was adopted its using with the aid of ISPS group and it was established by the Nigerian government when they formed the people presidential committee in order to handle more on the MDA equipment capability. In 2014, the Nigerian Navy established a Mapon Eye. The Nigerian Port Authority established for the CPI, known as a command center and control, and also as well. Okay, all these are security apparatus for Nigeria waterways or Nigeria territorial waters. Let's talk about the safety aspect of it. What happens when vessels are on sea? We look at the Marco Convention. The Marco Convention came into existence in 1973 with 6 major harnesses up to the largest harnesses. That's why we have oil pollution, look at oil pollution, look at those just quickly released. Carriers that have been emptied from shipboard into the sea. We also look at air pollution. Then we have other international convention. We have the United Convention on Environment and Development, the United Conference on Diversity and Climate Change, the 1995 UN Agreement on the Conservation and Management of Strategic Stocks, the Global Kyoto Declaration and Plan of Action. So we are all looking at this international convention on how Nigerian water can be safe. We also look at we talk about the NPS in Nigeria. Then we talk about NIWA, their role in ensuring compliance water waste. Then we go straight to the methodology. And the survey design was adopted, in which measure was used to analyze the data. 100 respondents were completely selected. The results show that most port operators do not comply to safety standards while on water in the larger local government. They do not comply, and that's why they are having 39%. And also look at the level of piracy and armed robbery against ships in 2024. This is the secondary data we use, adopted from International Maritime Bureau. We discovered that piracy drops drastically from year 2005 downward to 2022. We can see the trend. The trend shows that piracy has dropped. However, Oyaki also observed that to see how sea robbery in our territorial water, sea robbery in our territorial water, and as well in our internal water, sea robbery in our territorial water, and as well in our internal water. So when there is sea robbery, it tends to incur the insurance premium. It tends to what? Tends to increase whenever we experience sea robbery. And you can see the trend line showing. We also have the regression equation, which is y equals 1.145s minus 283. That has sea robbery increase, it has implication on insurance premium. Also look at the freight rate. Because look at the effect of sea robbery on the freight rate. If these people are, if they are English in sea robbery, it has some implication on the freight rate. Conclusion. In conclusion, Ondo State is blessed with enormous natural and human resources. It's better to take advantage of the great economic opportunities available, particularly in coastal areas like the Nigeria local government. Nigeria can serve as a hub for other nations in Africa. due to the terrain on the Atlantic coast. Elijah has a lot of potential and if she can address the potential available in the coastal region. Although items of a significant role, still robbery, still persists in which ransom are paid and companies and vessels we are compelled to increase the cost of insurance for cargo and vessels. Recommendations. It was recommended that there should be collaboration among agencies in order to foster the growth and development of the inland waterway. Collaboration among agencies such as SDA, NIWA, and the Nigerian Navy. And as well, in terms of NPA, that is providing vital domain equipment and capacity in order to ensure that the water is safe and secure and should be sustainable. Collaboration so that Nigeria can get properly equipped MDAs. Other recommendations is that there should be a structured public-private synergy, PPS, that transform policy intention into measurable economic approach to be prioritized. We also talk about community awareness. The community needs to be what? Sensitized. We need to be sensitized to our work of inland waterway. They will also recommend that infrastructural provisions should be prioritized in order to achieve sustainability. And the other recommendation I was saying that the science and development should also be prioritized. That they should also look at this data and the local government. That they need to do more research in order to enhance the sustainability of the inland waterways. Thank you.
Dr. Mubojuri Olubenga, thank you for that fantastic contribution. Please comments.
Yes, please.
Comment, please.
I can speak. Comment. Yes, sir. Can I speak, sir?
Speak on. Okay, Prof.
Hello, Professor Senime wants to speak.
Yeah, please speak, sir. Thank you, sir.
Hello, can you hear me, sir?
We can hear you, Prof.
You can hear you, Prof.
I can hear you, sir.
Okay, thank you very much for that brilliant presentation. I just want to know, we talked about NIWA. You talked about NIWA. NIWA lacks capacity.
Yes, sir.
Do you think from your right of what you have said, so NIWA has capacity to even look to manage our inland waterway transportation? That's just one. Then also, I want to look at the Ondo State. I guess Nigeria State, but I guess Ondo State.
Yes,
do they have their own inland water transport, like we have in Lagos last one, to complement the work of NIWA is doing? And also, can we consider the use of drone, to patrol the inland water transport, at least to show presence of government, like to defend those who want to do certain things? That's my contribution.
Thank you, Prof.
I'm true. Thank you.
Dr. Olubenga. Dr. Olubenga.
Yes, sir.
I hope Professor Charles' contribution is well noted. Because it is obvious that NIWA cannot, they don't have that right or power. It is not within the purview of their responsibility to work on me to chase these pirates. However, you can as well do extra work to identify the appropriate ameliorative measures that can be put in place to curtail the excesses of these pirates, and there will be peaceful coexistence. in that end. Or what do you think? Nigerian Navy. Nice one. No problem. Yes, sir. So take note of that and come up with appropriate means of controlling or regulating the excesses of the pirates at on the larger end. Do we have any other question for Dr. Olubenga? Audience. Yes, you are recognized, madam.
I'm not sure on the line speaking. Yes, I want to thank Dr. Mokojuri for that wonderful presentation. I just want to throw my vote on behind Professor Asinime on the issue of the drones that they mentioned. That's I don't know how we can look into one adoption of technology to actually, because that the Navy are also in collaboration with the new organization. So we can look at adoption or bringing in infrastructure, technological infrastructure that can actually seamlessly identify the operations of the pirates. And number two, look at how collaboration can actually be synergized in a proper manner, so that all safety and other things will actually be done. Then I have a question that, okay, I think somebody has actually said that now we talk about safety, and from all that has been said, there is still some pockets of robbery on the sea. Then what exactly can be done to significantly enhance that there is safety on the sea?
Thank you, Dr. Gagalesho, for your fantastic suggestions. Introduction of technological innovative approaches will go a long way to help us, as earlier suggested by Professor Charles Aseneme as well. So, and I want the presenter to look into this, and if it is properly explored, it will go a long way to add value to your write-up. Okay. Generally, we all know that we have ample of security problems in Nigeria, and it is on that note that our government must come to the aid of not only our people in Ilaje, but even on the land. Do you understand? And that's why it is very, very important to go to Mina now. One will be skeptical to go to some area in even in Kwara. One will think twice. So how much more the water that you cannot even run, you cannot. So God will help us. So Mr. Dr. Olubenga that has been on water for some time, please do extra work on this. By the time I am too sure by the time you be submitting the clean copy of your paper for the proceeding and the journal, I know this we have discussed will have added value to your work. Thank you for that submission. Do you have any other question? In the absence of this, can we proceed by allowing one Mr. Dr. Sorry, he's not doctor. He was minister about 2 weeks ago. Dr. Muyiwa Tolulope to come up with his presentation. Ogundele Muyiwa Tolulope, are you there? I thought he said it's ready. I read your message now. Ogundele. Is Ogundele ready? Okay, let's have you. Thank you. Ọkùnrin tó jáde ń sìn lógundélé náà. Oh yeah.
Yes.
We can hear you. Ogundele. Is it there?
Yes.
Is there? Okay, you should come up with his PowerPoints. Tochi.
You have to see your screen now.
Have you seen his screen?
No.
Is this Tochi?
Yes.
Ogundele Tochi.
Go and assist him.
Talking screen olùgbèǹga mo gbójú lélẹ́yìí. Sáà ní dọ́ọ̀bù gbóyìn rẹ̀. Ṣé screen ti ẹ̀ lélẹ́yìí?
Glasses. View. Not a present screen. Stop sharing.
Oya oya.
You can assist him.
Ẹ ṣe àdúpẹ́ o.
Yes, sir.
Ogundele. If Ogundele is not ready, who is the other presenter that is ready, please? Can we have you? Okay.
Option share screen.
Eh?
The option share screen.
You go ahead,
I
sir.
think I don't know what to do.
Okay. Is this Ogundele coming up? Okay, let's have you. Let's have your presentation. You have 10 minutes to yourself.
That's it.
Distinguished professors, senior colleagues, and all in the house. My name is
Camera.
Chain box in so right.
How do you?
Network as it draw.
Cities and their transportation systems have been discovered to be fully complementary as
This is not PowerPoint.
and according to Berry and Horton 1970, transportation systems have been defined to be the main arteries of urban areas linking together social, economic, and functional zones, connecting them to transportation problems. Over time and demand for them brings about the kind of money or the transportation networks bringing leading to traffic congestion. And also, the problem with traffic congestion in the area was mostly at road intersections. According to Poverty 2017, we define intersection as where two or more roads actually meet and are usually points of conflict for vehicles and fleet. The issue of traffic congestion in London, like many other state capitals, actually draws security attention. Urban mobility to become more difficult by the day, forcing this and already emerging along some of the routes. Hence, this is the day for this literature review. Over 1956 actually postulated three conditions for spatial interaction, that is the flow, to actually occur in terms of the complementarity, intervening opportunity, and transferability. Ogbomoso in 1982, in a study of the spatial pattern of urban transportation in Lagos, he actually identified
Àgbọ̀n nǹkan tọkùnrin yẹn sọ ń bí o.
originating that is in
Táwọn yòókù ń gbọ́ wáyà.
a pattern of urban just land use typologies in Akure, Nigeria. And the study actually identified through gravity modeling and linear programming that urban land use typologies are the major generators of urban goods transportation, and the land uses that are major attractors of this urban goods movement in the city. Methodology. The study actually utilized primary data which was collected through directive observation to analyze the intersections, the characteristics of this intersection in terms of the road network, the traffic volume, and the vehicle composition, and also systematic random techniques. Intersections in a lorry which actually yielded 6 critical junctions. The first one is our garage, Tipa Garage, Target Junction, Challenge Junction, Kuritala Aminete, Soming Reality, Sumile, Babuku, and Goba Junction. And also, firstly, a recce was actually done to visit the sites to identify the features that are actually contributing to the heavy traffic flow in the metropolis. And secondly, a manual traffic census was actually conducted using the tally method by trained field assistants at each of these intersections, and the study actually focused on the peak period early morning peak period, which is between 6 a.m. and 9 a.m., afternoon off-peak period between 12 and 3 p.m., and evening peak period of between 4 o'clock and 7 p.m. To assess the maximum traffic loads and inform the capacity analysis that was actually done for each of these intersections. And the data was actually collected over 3 consecutive work weekdays, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and the average were actually used for the study. Now to the results and discussion. The first is the table shows the traffic intersections and the corresponding land uses for each of these intersections. And the first one, you can see that Upper Garage has a road type which is arterial road type, and the intersection type is actually a three-leg intersection. And some of the corresponding or adjoining land uses around these places are institutional, retailing shops which serve as commercial, auto parks, and even some industry around this particular intersection. The second one, we have Tipper Garage, Tanke. We have the third one, Challenge intersection, and some are the corresponding land uses, commercial, retail shops, banks, and even residential. So some of these land use, the characteristics of this land use actually constitute some of the traffic that were being observed around each of these intersections. And also, the second table shows Muritala and the junction having the highest percentage of about 4,425 vehicles flying that intersection every morning for the period under review, which was Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And this percentage is about 19.43, and the evening peak period was actually 19.40. And also the second being Sawmill Irialimi junction, which has about 18.62% of the total vehicle patronage around that particular intersection, and the evening peak period has about 18.66, and the third one being Tipper Garage, Tanke, which is actually a major intersection that leads to the University of Ilorin, and it has about 16.73 in the percentage of the morning peak period and 16.54 for the evening peak period. Then we have the pattern of the traffic composition. The major transportation modes that are dominant around these intersections are motorcycle, car, tricycle, bus, tipper trucks, and trailer or lorries. And going by the table that we have, we can see that tricycle is actually one of the informal modes of transportation in Ilorin metropolis, and around Summit Irialimi, it is about 1,329. On the average, it is recorded to be 1,123 tricycle. The second thing the car 56, third one motorcycle having 710 average composite around these intersections at the time of study. Then we have the first one being the bus, which is 413, and the last one, tipper trucks, lorry, having about 133. And this pattern of the data actually reveals that tricycle actually dominates the traffic flow. It's the average that has been talked about, which is 32.5% of the entire transportation loads. Also, car, including private vehicles and taxis, actually followed with about 1.4%. And so the dominance of tricycle actually indicates that there's a shift in the mobility behavior which has been driven by their affordability, flexibility, and the ability to maneuver through congested corridors. And it is also very, very much saying that taxis are actually fading away. The use of taxis in the Ilorin metropolis is actually fading away, and it's been taken over by these motorcycles and tricycles. Then we have the quantification of the traffic delay, and the table shows the average traffic delay time at this critical intersection, with Muritala and the junction having about 21.4% in the morning peak period and 21.9% in the evening peak period. And we can see that the average traffic delay by time at this critical intersection shows that the evening peak period is actually higher. There are more delays in the evening peak period, having about 126.5% minutes over the morning peak period of 180.5. And so this is actually a key trend that is very much evident across the entire study in Ilorin metropolis. And so there are major causes of delay at this critical intersection that were being discovered. And these causes are: number one, there is excessive of traffic volume around these intersections. The second one is that there is impact of this informal transportation means, which is tricycles and motorcycles. Third one being heavy duty vehicle effects. The fourth one being infrastructure deficiency, where most of the intersections are not signalized, and so they are mostly controlled by traffic wardens, and this put a kind of human error in the cause of people not being patient enough in terms of the movement. And also we have parking and loading issues around these intersections, and the fifth one being weak traffic enforcement. So these are the major causes of delay at these critical intersections as being recorded around all the 6 major and critical intersections that were actually sampled. And the conclusion is that the study concludes that Ilorin is actually facing significant and growing urban mobility crisis. The city's traffic congestion is characterized by extensive delay exceeding 25 minutes at critical junctions like Muritala and Mebe, which actually results from an interplay of excessive demand and also work by Lagos, Port Harcourt, and even some places in Abuja. The problem is beginning to mount on a steady and on a daily basis. And so there is a clear correlation between the rising population in the Ilorin metropolis, the increased vehicle ownership, and the worsening congestion, which actually signal that there is a need for an urgent intervention. If all of this is left unaddressed, the current inefficiency will actually escalate beyond what we can actually manage in the Ilorin metropolis. And based on the findings from the study, 4 recommendations are made. The first one is to prioritize intersection redesign and infrastructure upgrade so that it can cater for more traffic at each of these intersections per time. And given the identified severe delays at some of the specific intersections, majorly around Greater Amebe and some new periodically axis, the government needs to prioritize the physical redesigning of this critical intersection. And also there's a need for the implementation of stricter traffic management and enforcement policies. Some of this we actually cater for this indiscriminate stopping and parking around these intersections, and the situation of official loading and unloading bays for some of these tricycles and buses has to actually be catered for. And the third one is to regulate the operation of the informal transport sector. And the ask bodies to invest when there will be a former, efficient, and affordable public bus system to reduce the number of vehicles that are applying each of these roads and the intersection at a particular time. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Dr. Ogundele Muiwa. Thank you, Dr. Ogundele Muiwa, for the fantastic presentation. However, I observe instead of a PowerPoint, you gave us a word point. And most of your citations, they are of age. So by the time you be coming up with the clean copy of this, I want you to refer to recent authors that have worked on this. It will make your work to be of good value. Please. There are some young authors and current researchers that have worked on this that you can quickly refer to their works. So thank you very much. Comment please from the audience on the presentation of Dr. Ogundele Muiwa Tolulope. Comments. Thank you, sir.
All right, sir. Dr. Ogundele Muiwa.
Yes, sir.
I think I'm seeing you for the first time again, but I didn't know you were such a brilliant man. That's a very brilliant presentation. Thank you, sir. I want to ask you, I've been doing a traffic count for very long time. You choose Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday.
Wednesday.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yes, sir.
You've almost finished the week. Why did you do 1 week?
Yes, sir. I chose Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday simply because of the kind of peculiarity of
is it that sorry, is it that Tuesday it was a stop traffic?
I didn't hear that, sir.
On Wednesday. Okay, sorry, the Tuesday and Wednesday you choose. There's a particular characteristics between those 2 days that you want to look at.
Yes, I actually choose Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday because it was observed that there are usually high traffic in it. Literally by Thursday and Friday, most people don't usually travel, so to speak. Usually think going to work on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So that's why I chose those 2 days.
So you are saying that the lorry people don't go to work on Thursday and Friday? Don't let the government hear it. But it is that if they go to work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or high traffic, why don't you go there check how it is when the traffic is low? Whether the characteristics will be the same and everything.
Even on Thursday.
Both low and high traffic volume. But this one is only high traffic. So what we'll get, the result we'll get will almost be the same. So we'll not be able to compare when there's low traffic.
Okay, sir. All right.
Okay. Thank you very much, Prof.
Thank you. Dr. Ogundele.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Professor Charles has drawn your attention to that. When you are looking at the peak period, what of the time that the traffic is not on the high side? Since you said there is no, you don't usually have work on Thursday and Friday in Ilorin, but you can't substantiate that. Yes, now they go to work, even on Friday they go to work. It's only they will have to leave earlier. Do you understand? And there could be peak period even on Friday before Jumat, some minutes to Jumat period. Some areas of Ilorin where we have central mosque will be jam-packed. Please take note of that as well. If you could work on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, nothing stops you from checking Thursday, Friday as well. So I want to believe by the time you are bringing a clean copy of this work, this must have been addressed. Thank you very much for the wonderful presentation. Any other comment on this?
Yes.
Thank you.
Can I say something?
Professor Joel Ojekunle. Professor Ojekunle.
Yes, sir.
You are welcome on board. I've been expecting you since.
I've been around.
Wow, I saw Professor Dr. Ajiboye. I don't know that you are there. Your comment, sir.
Yes, my little comment for the presenter is that when you are doing traffic study, the standard of practice is that you need to have data of the peak period and the data of the low period.
Low period.
So that you can make comparison.
Yes.
Then again, if you cannot do the whole big traffic count, and then you try to pick the beginning of the week, the middle of the week, and the weekend.
Yes.
So that we have an idea of what the traffic is at the beginning of the week, usually Monday or then, the middle of the week, Wednesday, then the weekend, it can be Friday or usually Saturday, because Monday to Friday is working days.
Yes.
So you can pick either Saturday or Sunday to represent the weekend. And then on the basis of that, you can justify the fact that you want to share the traffic by at the beginning of the week, at the middle of the week, and then at the weekend. Then traffic count should be done both at the peak period and the low period when the traffic is low, so that you can make comparison. The presenter is talking about peak Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. That's not the standard of practice. And you cannot assume that people don't go to work, people don't travel on Thursday and Friday. They are still part of the working days of the week. So for this report, for the to be meaningful, it is good for it to ensure that the traffic cover the weekend, you also cover the low period when traffic is low, so that you can compare both the big period and the low period. I think that's just my little contribution on that.
Thank you very much, sir. I hope you are going to take note of this and make sure you incorporate it while bringing the clean copy of your paper for further processing. Thank you. Because of our time, let's take another presenter. Akintola K.A. Is Akintola ready? If Akintola is not ready, let's call on Remi Ajiboye and Adebayo Adegbosin. If you are ready, please, let's hear from you, please. Is Akintola ready? Professor Ojekunle, thank you. Professor Charles, we sincerely appreciate you. Dr. Fosin, you are highly appreciated. Dr. Rikoyi Ajiboye, thank you very much. Other colleagues from Lautech, from Maritime Academy, Delta, other colleagues from LASU, you are highly appreciated. God bless you. Mr. Akintola K, please come on board. Amao Hakim and Akintola Kabir. Okay. Can we have your presentation, please? Thank you. Good afternoon.
My name is Akintola Akintola. I'm here this afternoon to present on the paper titled Leveraging Digital Transformation Technologies to Enhance Supply Chain Resilience. It's an exploratory study. So, I'm joined with me on this. I'm one of introduction. The increasing volume of the products being transported through supply chains has significantly intensified the carbon footprint, giving way to a substantial environmental challenge. As addresses, manufacturers are pushing varieties of technologies and strategies to enhance supply chain sustainability efforts. Therefore, this study focuses on how digital transformation technologies can be used to enhance supply chain resilience. Statements of problems. Despite the growing importance of supply chain, many organizations struggle to effectively leverage digital transformation technologies to mitigate the risk. Digital transformation technology offers numerous benefits, including possibilities, agilities, and risk management. But its adoption is often hindered by challenges such as inadequate infrastructure, skills shortage, and organization resistance. To address these challenges, organizations need to develop a deeper understanding of how digital transformation technology can be leveraged to enhance supply chain resilience. Objective of the study. The study sought to examine the effect of digital transformation technologies on supply chain operations. 2. Assess the relationship between digital transformation technologies and supply chain efficiency. 3. To evaluate the extent to which digital transformation technologies influence supply chain resilience. Theoretical foundation of the study. The study based on the resource-based view, which suggests that organizations can leverage digital technologies as strategic resources to enhance their resilience capabilities. For instance, the integration of the Internet of the Things sensors, blockchain technology, and the AI algorithm can enable real-time data captures and analysis, providing organizations with valuable insights for improving responsiveness and risk mitigation in their supply chain. The methodology. The study was conducted in the Nigeria PLC as research design is the NIST method research design, with 200 questionnaires for respondents from both junior and senior staff using certified random sampling techniques. Data collection. It can be an instant questionnaire, capture supply chain management unit, production unit, sales and information unit. Variables, supply chain resilience. Independent variables include supply chain operations, supply chain efficiency, and supply chain resilience. Then the method of data analysis. Principal component analysis was used to analyze the objective. One, the assumed product going correlation was used for objective 2, and the multiple linear regression was used to analyze objective 3. The findings. Principal component analysis. Here is the result of principal component analysis. The results show that the digital transformation component captures most variance in the data. Principal component analysis transforms original variable, that is the blockchain technology, artificial intelligence, Internet of the Things, and big data analytics into a small set of components and capture the most of variance in the data. Each component or principal component, that is PC, is a linear combination of eigen values in the PCA. Outputs represent the amount of variance explained by each principal component. In this case, all components are extracted and their eigen values sum up to 4, which is equal to number of variables. The first principal component, which is PC1, explains the largest portion of the variance, about 46.02%, followed by PC2, which explains addition of 24.88%. Capture the most of the information from original data. The remaining components, PC3 and PC4, explain the much less variance, suggesting that they had less important information. This cumulative proportion of variance explains how much of the data variability is retained as more components are included. PC1 and PC2 together explain the majority of the variance, that is 70.9, indicating that two-dimensional representation of the data is sufficient to capture the essential pattern in digital transformation. The contribution of PC3 and PC4 are much more smaller, which is 70.86% and 11.24% respectively. Overall operation in the data. The second objective, which is digital transformation technology and supply chain, well-adopted artificial intelligence, enhance supply chain resilience. Also, Internet of Things, the coefficient of Internet of Things is 0.68008, with the p-value of 0.0017. There is a positive relationship. This also suggests a positive relationship between the Internet of the Things and supply chain resilience. Also, the last one, data analytics coefficient, That digital transformation technology has direct effect on enhancing supply chain traceability to its result. The null hypothesis is rejected while the alternative hypothesis is accepted. Therefore, the digital transformation technology has direct effect on enhancing supply chain resilience. Conclusion. Digital transformation technology has direct effect in enhancing supply chain resilience. With the average rate of 0.75 indicate a very strong relationship between the two methods, blockchain technology, artificial intelligence, internet of things and big data analytics, and supply chain traceability. 2. There is a clear relationship between digital transformation technology and supply chain efficiency. And the last one, the cumulative proportion of the areas escape how much of the data variability is changed. As more components are included, DC1 and DC together explain the majority of the variance, 70.9%, indicating that the two-dimensional representation of the data is sufficient to capture the essential pattern in digital transformation. The contribution of PC3 and PC4 are much smaller, which is 17.86 and 11.24 respectively. So these components are selected to understand the overall operation in the data. Recommendation: not to maximize the benefit of resilience, asset-intensive firms may need to combine digitalization, structural traceability measures, while labor-intensive and technology-intensive firms should concentrate on digital tools that optimize workforce coordination and innovation driving process. 2. Blockchain technology and artificial intelligence should be adopted both by food and beverages trade, enhancing the supply chain resilience. And they should follow with the adoption of Internet of Things and big data analytics. And the last one, the management of the firm should invest more on research and development of digital transformation, and this will go a long way in improving the digital transformation technology, thereby enhancing supply chain resilience. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Mr. Akintola K.A. for your wonderful presentation. Comments? Let's make critique of the work so as to be able to add value to it. Please, let's pass comment on this work, on this presentation rather. Yes, be that as it may, Prof. You can as well talk. These are our leaders of today. Let's groom them so that by the time they go out for international presentation, they will make us proud.
Yes, I do too.
Yeah, please don't do that.
That's a very strong thing. I try to okay, thank you very much. You know, my own take on this thing is that we don't sometimes focus on our local supply chain problem. Like it is yesterday, Prof. Somebody wrote something about perishable foods in markets.
Yes.
But on that matter, I told that do something local, something that you can even use this Internet of Things to see how we can make their things better.
Yes.
So this work, good work, very good presentation, very brilliant person. Is it possible now to relate it locally to see how we can use this idea to help our local supply chain system? Because it is easier for us to follow a template of rigorous. You are doing a very rigorous work. It is really a template of the rigorous something that has been set down. What if we decide to start using that, as they say, that to examine what we have locally with a bit of helping it? Because people come with ideas like the foundation we are affiliated to how to do agile logistics, how to do lean logistics is fine. But what about the one that is giving us problem locally, food distribution, because of poor logistic management? Because they don't know how do we use some of these internet of things to assist. That's just where I'm going. Thank you very much. I like your presentation.
Thank you, Prof. Mr. Akintola.
Yes, sir.
You're supposed to be able to, I think you ought to understand what Prof is drawing our attention to.
That's my contribution, sir.
So let us, can we bring it to our immediate environment? All this Internet of a thing, blockchain and the likes. Can we bring it into our supply chain management in Ogbomoso, in Oko, in the village? Think on this, and let's see how it can be adopted to enhance our supply chain management in this in local area. Let's start thinking in that direction as well. However, the presentation is okay to the best of my knowledge. Thank you. Can we call on other presenters? Mr. Remi Ajiboye and Adebayo Adebosin, Olaleye Gbenga, Kolawole Joseph. I think those are the other presenters that we have not heard from them. Mr. Ajiboye, are you there? Though I saw your message now that the network is bad, give it a try. Maybe we'll be able to hear from you. What of Mr. Balogun Yekinidowu? Balogun Yekinidowu, Ajiboye Remi, Adebosin, Kolawole OJ and Shitu M, Olaleye Gbenga. Are these presenters online? Ajiboye Remi sent message now that he has problem with his network in Yaba area, Lagos. What of Balogun Yekinidowu? Is he online? Do we have them? It seems others whose abstracts are here, they are not online. And without wasting much of our time, it's almost 4 o'clock. We may have to draw the curtain of today's discussion by sincerely appreciating. Ajiboye is online. We may have to draw the curtain of today's discussion. One, because we have been engaging our people since morning. At the same time,
he is the immediate past dean of the
we want to sincerely use this medium to appreciate our erudite professors. Professor Joel Ademola Ojekunle from Futmina, Professor Charles Azineme from Lagos State University Ojo, Dr. Olarinkoye Ajiboye from Futmina, Dr. Mugujuri Oluwagbenga from Maritime Academy, Mr. Remi Ajiboye, though we have not been able to hear from you, thank you for coming online. Dr. Ogundele Muiwa from Kwara State College of Education, Oro, thank you very much. Dr. Mrs. Somalola Gegelesho, you are highly appreciated. Mr. Amao Hakim, thank you very much. Others, Mr. Dr. Badegeshin Emmanuel Adeolu, Dr. Oladosu, Dr. Oladosu Jubril, thank you very much. Dr. Jonathan Ojo, thank you. Dr. Fosin Ibrahim Adegoke from LASU, thank you very much. Dr. Mensa Frank Adekunle from Maritime University of Kerenkoko, thank you very much. Mr. Akintola Akinwumi Kabir, you are highly appreciated. Dr. Mrs. Adeoye Abosede Mary, Lautech ODL, thank you very much. The technical support of Mr. Kupola and his team is highly appreciated. We thank God this year's conference, which seems to be impossible, has come and it's a successful one. I believe next year, by the grace of God, our performance will be much more better than this. I want to assure the participants that electronic copies of our certificate of attendance of this conference will be forwarded to your respective email or WhatsApp in the next 12 hours. In the next 12 hours, you will all get copies of the certificate of attendance. We sincerely appreciate you. At the same time, the presenters, I want you to work on the paper, look at the comments made so far, forward it so that we'll be able to include this in the conference proceeding that will be held by second week of December. After which we are going to work on the journal publication, that is the second edition of Lautech Tomrg conference, which will be held by January. We sincerely appreciate you. Finally, may I call on Mr. Akintola Kabir Akinwumi for the closing remark. Akintola Kabir Akinwumi, come up for the closing remark. We can hear you loud and clear.
Let me use the opportunity to thank our distinguished guests, esteemed speakers, and the fellow participants on this fourth conference of the Transport Operation and Management Research Group, Tomrg, tackling contemporary use in transport. As we bring our delivery to close, it is beginning to reflect on the rich history of ideas that have emerged over the past or over money. Observations have illuminated the rapid transformation within our sector from the rollout of digital, AI, right of optimization, pressing need for the general propulsion technology in both road and rail. We have heard compelling different fields. The conference has also served as a vibrant forum for cross-disciplinary engineers, planners, economic and policy makers, and one common ground in addressing issues such as trade ownership, urban congestion, and society of transport services. Critical sessions have generated actionable recommendations that will compile into concise policy. Looking forward, somehow we remain committed to fostering collaborative research ecosystem that academic industry and government will plan to institutionalize the conference as an annual platform. The next edition of working to something better, that is smart mobility and planning the same in ceremony. We will maintain our active online in closing. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to our sponsor, the organizing committee, the dedicated volunteers, and each of you for your intellectual capacity and energetic participation. Your contributions have not only enriched our understanding of contemporary transport issues, but also shattered the clear path towards a more efficient, sustainable, and inclusive transport solutions. Thank you. Thank you. And God bless you. Be safe. And God bless you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Our keynote address speaker. We sincerely appreciate you for your time. Our keynote address speaker, Professor Charles, we thank you very much. We sincerely appreciate you. On behalf of Lautech, Tomrg, and myself, we thank you very, very much for taking much of your time and for tapping from your wealth of experience. We sincerely appreciate you. We thank other members that have contributed as well. God Almighty will uphold you and He will see us through. By the grace of God, next year conference will be much more glorious than this. And God will give us grace to be alive and contribute meaningfully to the growth and development of transportation in this country and globally. God bless you all. Bye for now.
sir. Bye. Thanks, Mr. Wolody, for the opportunity.
Thank
you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
All right, sir.
All right, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Anthem. Baba ti dá. Are we? Because I've told you. Thank you very much. Anyway, finally, I want to thank the technical team of Lautech Open and Distance Learning for your support towards the success of this 4th conference of Transport Operations Management Research Group. God Almighty will bless you. He will enlarge your post and grant your heart desire. On behalf of myself, my department, my faculty of Management Sciences, we say thank you. God bless you.